Consider this. Your body is made of trillions of tiny individual cells. Trillions. That's a number so big, it's hard to even imagine. Now, how do all these cells stay organized? How do they form your skin, your heart, your brain, and everything else that makes you, well, you? They don't just float around randomly. They have to stick together and talk to each other to work as a team. It's like building a house with trillions of tiny bricks. You need some really good mortar to hold them together and a way for the different parts of the house to be connected. It's a spectacular feat of biological engineering happening inside you right now. This is where our story begins at the microscopic level with some amazing structures called cell junctions. Think of them as the handshakes, the high fives, and the secret conversations between your cells. These junctions are specialized connection points on the surface of cells that link them to their neighbors or to the network of proteins outside them. They are the social network of our bodies, allowing cells to form strong, stable tissues that can withstand stress, communicate vital information, and create protective barriers. Without these connections, we'd be nothing more than a disorganized puddle of cells. Isn't that wild? In the animal kingdom, especially in US vertebrates, we can group these incredible connectors into three main categories. First, we have the anchoring junctions, which are like the super glue and rivets of the cellular world, holding everything tightly together. Then, there are the gap junctions, which act like secret tunnels, allowing neighboring cells to share messages and molecules directly. And finally, we have the tight junctions, which are like the security guards, forming seals to prevent unwanted stuff from leaking between cells. Each type has a very specific job, but they all work together in harmony. Understanding these junctions is like unlocking a fundamental secret of life. It helps us see how our bodies are so much more than just a collection of individual parts. They are a highly coordinated, cooperative society of cells, all working for the greater good. From the powerful beat of your heart to the protective barrier of your skin, cell junctions are the unsung heroes making it all possible. So, let's get our lab coats on and dive into this amazing world. There is so much to explore, and science is the key that unlocks it all. Let's start with the heavy lifters, the anchoring junctions. Their main job is to provide strength and stability to tissues by fastening cells securely to each other or to the extracellular matrix, which is the scaffold-like material between cells. Imagine a jacket held together by strong snaps or zippers. That's what these junctions do. They are especially important in tissues that get stretched a lot, like your skin or your heart muscle. These junctions make sure that when you pull or stretch your skin, the cells don't just rip apart. They hold on tight, keeping the tissue intact and resilient against mechanical stress. Within this group, we have a few key players. First up are the adherence junctions. These form a continuous belt-like structure, often called the zonular adherens, that wraps around the entire cell near its top surface. They are built from proteins called caterins, which reach out from one cell and link up with the caterins from a neighboring cell, like a molecular zipper. Inside the cell, these junctions are connected to a network of tough actin filaments. This connection creates a strong yet flexible network across the whole tissue, coordinating the shape and movement of the cells as a unified sheet. Next, we have the desmosomes, which are even stronger. Think of these not as a zipper, but as super strong spot welds or rivets that pin cells together at specific points. Just like adherence junctions, they use cadherin proteins to connect adjacent cells. However, on the inside, desmosomes are anchored to a different type of filament called intermediate filaments, which are like the steel cables of the cell's internal skeleton. This setup gives tissues incredible tensile strength. which is why you'll find tons of desmosomes in tissues that endure a lot of mechanical force, like the epidermis of your skin. Finally, there are the hemidesmosomes. The name gives you a clue. Hemi means half. A hemidesmosome is essentially half a desmosome. Instead of linking a cell to another cell, it anchors a cell to the basement membrane, the thin layer of extracellular matrix that the cells sit on. They use a different family of proteins called integrins to make this connection. This is crucial for keeping layers of tissue like your skin from peeling away from the underlying structures. Together, these anchoring junctions form a powerful system for tissue integrity. Science is awesome. Now let's move from holding things together to communication. Cells need to talk to each other, and that's where gap junctions come in. These are tiny channels that directly connect the cytoplasm of two adjacent cells. Imagine two rooms with a small open doorway between them. That's a gap junction. These channels are made of proteins called connexins, which assemble into a structure called a connexon. When the connexons from two neighboring cells align perfectly, they form a continuous aqueous pore. This allows small molecules, ions, and electrical signals to pass swiftly and directly from one cell to the next. This direct line of communication is incredibly important for coordinated activity. For example, in your heart muscle, gap junctions are essential. They allow the electrical impulse that triggers a heartbeat to spread rapidly and uniformly through all the heart muscle cells. This ensures that the cells contract in a synchronized, powerful wave, creating an effective pump. If each cell acted on its own, it would be chaos. Gap junctions are also found in other tissues like nerves and the retina of your eye, where rapid communication is absolutely vital for proper function. They are the cellular telegraph system. On the other hand, sometimes cells need to create a barrier, not a passageway. That's the job of tight junctions. These junctions are like the watertight seals on a submarine, or like stitching the seams of two pieces of fabric together so tightly that nothing can leak through. They are formed by rows of transmembrane proteins, primarily claudins and occludins, that literally stitch the plasma membranes of adjacent cells together. This creates a seal that prevents molecules and ions from passing through the space between the cells. They are the ultimate gatekeepers of our cellular neighborhoods. You'll find tight junctions in places where it's crucial to control what gets in and what stays out. A classic example is the lining of your small intestine. These cells need to absorb nutrients from food, but they can't just let everything from your gut leak into your bloodstream. Tight junctions form a barrier that forces nutrients to pass the cells, where they can be properly processed and regulated, rather than just sneaking between them. This selective barrier function is fundamental to maintaining the unique chemical environment our bodies need to survive. It's a brilliant biological design. It's truly remarkable when you step back and see how these different types of cell junctions work together as a single, elegant system. It's not a case of one or the other. Many tissues, especially epithelial tissues like your skin or the lining of your gut, use all three types in a specific arrangement. Typically, near the top surface of the cell, the apical side, you'll find the tight junctions, forming that crucial seal. Just below them, you'll find the belt of adherence junctions, providing adhesive strength. And scattered across the lateral surfaces are the desmosomes for spot welding and gap junctions for communication. This organized arrangement allows tissues to be strong, selective, and communicative all at the same time. Think about the cells lining your intestine again. The tight junctions at the top prevent gut contents from leaking into your body. The adherence junctions and desmosomes below them hold the entire sheet of cells together, so it doesn't fall apart under the constant motion of digestion. And the gap junctions allow the cells to coordinate activities, like absorbing nutrients in a synchronized way. It's a beautiful example of how structure is perfectly matched to function in biology. The importance of these junctions becomes crystal clear when something goes wrong with them. Many human diseases are linked to faulty cell junctions. For example, defects in certain desmosome proteins can lead to skin blistering diseases because the skin cells can't hold together properly. Problems with tight junctions can contribute to inflammatory bowel disease by allowing harmful substances to leak from the gut into the body. Understanding how these junctions are built and maintained is a huge area of scientific research, with the potential to lead to new treatments for all sorts of conditions. So, the next time you think about your body, remember that you are a walking, talking community of trillions of cells, all held together and coordinated by this incredible network of junctions. From the super strong anchors that keep your skin tough, to the secure seals that protect your insides, to the communication channels that make your heart beat as one. Cell junctions are the microscopic architects of our very being. They are a fundamental reason why complex multicellular life is even possible. The world of cell biology is a world of wonder, and we've only just scratched the surface. Consider yourself informed.